Hello and welcome to what is a new game here on the channel. So as you can see up above, the name is Legends of Ellaria. It's an early access game. It's currently in Steam early access at the moment, and we're on version 0.5.37.9. And this game is by Larkin Studios. And the reason I'm playing it is because the guys at Fort Triumph tweeted out that it was about to hit early access, and I decided, well, it looks like the kind of game that I'd like to check out. So I picked it up. It cost me €15. It's €15 or $20. So I really paid that, not for the game as it is, but for the potential that the game has. It's a similar game to Mountain Blade, where you got like a third person element where you're fighting. Then you've got a whole kind of overview map where you've got strategy, and you've also got an element of like kind of building and managing your economy and that kind of thing as well, and doing your recruiting and so a lot of that stuff isn't in the game at the moment. That's all to come in the future. But let's hit new game and see what it does have to offer right now. Okay, so WASD to walk, shift to run, okay, F1 for help. Pretty standard stuff. This is our guy at the moment. There's no character customization yet in the game. It's another one of the features that is to come in the future. Looking at the HUD, we got like a like directions, cardinal directions. Well, more than cardinal, because you got southwest and stuff. We've got those there up the top. The little circle is our objective, depending on. So it's similar to Skyrim, where you flag a quest that you want to track, and then it has a pointer for you to follow. Then we look down at the bottom. We got like a red orb and a blue orb, which is similar to Path of Exile. So if you've played that game or you've seen it, maybe you've seen like my co-op with Mendeleev of that. That basically tracks. That's how you track your health and your mana. And then we have a hotbar down the bottom as well. Okay. So let's get going. So we're supposed to go over this way, and so go to the crate and press E to access its contents. Okay. So let's do that. Let's open the crate. Let's take all. Okay, and then I is for inventory. So we want to equip this sword. So if I right click, that'll equip it to my guy. And what I want to do as well is to pop that in there. Okay. And there's a character screen as well. So at the moment you can see health, stamina, mana, unarmed damage. I guess we don't do anything unarmed to people. Then we got our weapon. We currently don't have any defense, and then our armor. Okay. So let's move on. One thing I'll say, like I have played some of the game already. Just to see how it played and that kind of thing, and just to check that my recording software would work with it. So your current objective is marked on the compass at the top of the HUD, represented by a circle. So that's, as I said. So we need to head over here to this guy and talk to him. Okay, so E to talk to people. Let's do that. Sir, our men are downstairs fighting the enemy. What news of the battle? They broke through the main wall, but we're holding them downstairs. Our soldiers are fighting in the narrow space of the main hall, where they can't use their archers. Okay. I would say if you're going to punctuate your sentences, then you need a full stop at the end of this. In these ones here, it's not, punctuation isn't really needed because they're just selecting, although it'd be nice to see it. but many games don't punctuate these. But when it's like a whole, when it's speech like this, there should be a full stop at the end of that. Okay, so can we save Drayden Castle? No, sir, I'm afraid it's a lost cause. The castle will fall within an hour. That would probably better read as within the hour. But your orders to retire the bulk of our army to the capital was a wise decision. Our army still stands, and their losses are staggering. So, I guess it's our army's losses, but I think he's actually talking about the enemy. It's the enemy's losses are staggering. Although, when you read what he said, there's been nothing to indicate like that this there would link back to an enemy that has been previously referred to. But I think that's what he does mean. And then again, we need some punctuation. But then they'll attack the capital. I doubt if they'll attack anything. They've lost so many men in the attack. Yeah, so it was their losses. That I can't see how they'll recover. I think the capital is safe for months to come. Okay. I must leave. Do not let anyone beyond these stairs. We shall fight to the last man. Good luck, sir. Okay, so let's move on. One thing I'll say about the controls is, let me show you here with this guy. Okay, so I'm walking forward. First of all, there's a bit of lag. So when you hit the button, he doesn't immediately move, and you kind of think, oh, did I hit the wrong button? But then we have this as well. So I want to turn around. See the way he does he does a U-turn as if he's a car? That's a bit weird. Like a person who wants to turn around will just turn around and then start traveling in the direction they want to go. You don't generally have to U-turn as a person. Okay, so press J to open the quest window and see your progress. You can also click on each quest to expand its description. You can press the track button to stop tracking a quest in your compass. So that'll put the little circle there. So let's hit J and see that. So we've got A New Hope. Drayden Castle is under attack, but they are too late. It is time to leave Mara once and for all. I need to take my gear before my departure. My army is holding the invasion. The enemy will not reach the portal in time. Okay, that's good. And then we can see, I guess, active and completed there. Okay. Then let me just check something. Okay. Just making sure that my recording software is working, and it is. That's good. So let's continue on up. Yeah, controls are a little clunky, but this is early access. You're not expected to get a completely polished game at this stage, and you should, with all early access, you should expect things like bugs. So we can't go up there because of the fire. So we can press space and jump. Okay, so let's do that, and then get ourselves through. Okay, so beyond there. There are enemies up ahead. You should equip a sword. To open inventory, press the I key. To open the character menu, press on the character icon. To equip a weapon, drag it to the character menu. You can also equip, drop, or use items by right-clicking on them. So that shouldn't be another comma there. That should be or. Okay, so let's go to our inventory, drag that onto us. Okay. No, okay. Right click does it though. Oh, we probably could have dragged it over there. Okay. And then it's R. Okay, so we're in fighting mode. Press R to enter exit combat. So I've done this before, so I knew that. Regular attack is the left mouse click. Power attack is shift plus the left mouse click. Block is right mouse click. And dodge is ASD plus space. Okay. So that's block. Okay. And that's evade. Okay. Okay. Blocked him. Blocked him a couple times. Okay, now let's get our own attacks in. Okay. Let's block him. And attack. Okay. So every time you block, you move back a bit. So you'd have to block and step in to attack. Okay. Equip the bow from the nearby crate. So I guess that guy's dead now. To shoot an arrow, equip the bow. Press and hold the left mouse button until that should be 1L. UNTIL. The bow is drawn. 3. Release the left mouse button. Your stamina affects the speed and damage of the arrow. So don't waste all your stamina basically, or you'll be shooting yourself in the foot.
No! My treasure!
My treasure? What treasure? It doesn't seem to have any treasure. You don't have any treasure, what are you talking about? Okay, let's open the crate. Let's grab the longbow. Let's put that down on 2. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so I guess we just take it first. Then maybe we can put it on 2. Yeah. Okay, and let's put that on 3. Okay, so that's some kind of health potion. I have to say, for a castle that's under siege and is about to fall and be overrun by the enemy, I don't feel, there's no sense of urgency here. You know, I don't feel like there's people chasing me and I need to get to where I'm supposed to go. You know, I feel like I could hang around here for hours and nothing is going to happen. You know, so maybe that's something that the developer could have a look at, is put in a bit more urgency. Like, here's a guy that I'm going to be fighting and he's not even paying any attention. So I can just line up my shot and shoot him. Okay. Don't know why we missed though. Okay, now we see this. You can use weapon spells and usable items by dragging them to the quick use panel. So we've already done that. And then 0 to 9 or the Q key. Okay. Okay, so he's dead. There is nothing up there. I've been up there before. So we come through here. The door is locked. You need a key from the nearby crate. So I know that it's not in a crate. It's actually on this guy. But maybe like all of their text to tell you to you know, to loot stuff just as crate in it at the moment. So like that guy had the key, not the crate. So again, just something, you know, a bit of housekeeping really for the developer to tidy that up. Okay, let's head up. But the game is pretty stable. One thing I don't like is that he walks very slowly. Like, and I don't like games where you run everywhere either. Like, we can run in this game if you want. We could run everywhere, but I don't like these types of games, like the likes of Skyrim and stuff, where you know, running everywhere just seems a bit weird to me, because you know, on this type of game I like to role play, and when I do a full series, it probably will be a role play series, but like, this guy walks really slowly, so hopefully the developer speeds up his walk, because even though there is a run, it's not going to suit my style of play to just keep running all over the place, because you know, if I'm going to role play, it's not going to be like Forrest Gump, you know, the Legend of Ellaria or whatever. So you know, I want to role play as you're supposed to be a king, and if you see your king running all over the place, I think you'd worry. But what I want to do now is I want to get a screenshot here for the the thumbnail, so I want to get that in the back. I don't think there is, but I'd like it if there was something that would hide the HUD. No, I just brought up some other stuff on the screen instead. I didn't mean to do that. But apparently I can recruit her and make her do stuff for me. Okay, so let's try and get a screenshot here. I want to get the star maybe when it's at the back. Okay. Now let's have a chat with Arya here. My lord, we've been expecting you. How goes the defense? They're holding the line. They've done their part. Then I guess it's time to test the portal. It will be... I guess that should be it. And then get rid of the extra I in the space. It will be worth the sacrifices we've made to secure it. Tell me about the portal. This portal was constructed out of several artifacts that we collected over the years. We have collected over the years. It's supposed to lead us to a new world. Or, like, scenically speaking, it'd probably be better to say several artifacts that we've, possibly VE, collected over the years. Because in speech, unless you're being formal, when like you're using the present perfect, you know, we have collected. Sounds very clunky when it's spoken. Written, it's fine, but when someone is speaking, you normally abbreviate it to we've. So really, that should read several artifacts that we've collected over the years. A new world? Yes. In the language of the ancients, it's called Ellaria. Unlike our world, Mara, it's filled with forest and enough resources for us to rebuild our kingdom. Okay. And what about our old kingdom? As you said at Osgard, should be a full stop there, and or like she's quoting, really should be a comma and then inverted commas. An empire of rubble built on death and emptiness. After hundreds of years of fighting, we ran out of riftstone and our lands are barren. So she said, I said that. So that's a bit weird that she's telling me what I said somewhere else. And then I'm going to ask her what's riftstone when she's quoted me as saying we ran out of riftstone. So it's a bit, it's kind of a continuity thing where either I know what riftstone is or I don't. You know, we got one statement of me saying that we ran out of it, another question down here, me asking what it is. So, and then the fact that she's reminding me of something that I said in the past, so maybe the king's a bit senile, I don't know. Anyway, so I guess it should either be so we leave our citizens behind, or we'll, WE'll leave our citizens behind. Not, so that's maybe just a typo. Someone was putting the L for the leave and put an extra one here by mistake. Okay. No, our kingdom will follow you as you'll gain territories in Mara. It should be. So with this one, it will follow you as you gain territories in Mara. You don't need the possibly LL is to put another will in. You don't need a second will there. But first, you'll have to secure a stable portal to our capital from the other side. Okay, and again, we need a full stop there. What is Riftstone? Well, I should know, but apparently I don't. It's a special stone with magical properties. We use it to power our lights, run our workshops, and to create magical items. Our kingdom cannot exist without it. Okay. I have another question. Yeah, I do, down here, look. How do we get to Ellaria? You'll need to go through the portal. I place a tracker spell on you. Once you've entered the portal, I'll be able to set a link from the Ellarian side to our capital. Okay, and got some good punctuation there. That's good. Wait, you're not coming with me? No, sir. I need to stay behind and destroy this portal so it won't fall into enemy hands. Don't worry, I escaped from worst situations. That should say so I apostrophe VE, I've escaped from worse, WORSE situations, and then a full stop. Good. Then I'll go at once. Good luck. I'll follow you as soon as I've reached the capital. Wait, before you go, let me show you a few mage skills. It's time to learn how to cast spells. How do I do that? To open your spells window, press the spell button from the inventory or the P key. You can drag or use spells from your spells window to your character slot. To cast right hand spells, press the left mouse button. To cast left hand spells, press the right mouse button. That seems a bit weird, like I'd expect right hand to be right button, left hand to be left button. Spells require mana to use. Some spells are continuous and are active as long as you hold the mouse button. Okay. You learn new spells. A new hope is updated. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to the spell window. Can we drag? There we go. Drag that and drag that. Okay. And then I don't like the game seems to pause. You come in here, which is fine, but I don't like that you have to. Well, let's see. Oh, we can hit escape to get out of that, so that's okay. Let's try these spells out then. So let's equip 4 and 5. Okay, so left mouse button doesn't do anything. Okay, give me a second. I'll just have a pop up. Just come up on my screen. Let me get rid of that pop up and come back into the game. Okay, so hopefully that didn't muck up the recording. Okay, so 4 and 5. Oh, I need to be in attack phase. Okay, so let's see. So left mouse button does the fire. Okay. Oh, we sent one off to the mountain there. Maybe melt some of the snow. Still going, look. And then this is the shield. So as long as I hold the button down, I can do that. But it wastes my mana really quick. I'm not sure whether it was a lack of mana, but I don't seem to be able to hold that up and cast spells. So let's get through here. Let's enter the portal. Okay, and then we're going to our new place. So as I said before, there's a lot of features that are planned for the game that aren't in it yet. So we don't have the overall kind of strategy that you'd have in like, excuse me, there's a frog in the truck. But we don't have the overall, wow, that's loud. We don't have the overall strategy map that you would have in, say, Mount and Blade, or things like Total War or that kind of thing. That element of the game. So that's not available at the moment. And then like character customization and a whole bunch of other stuff. I did try to, when you load up the game, it says what features aren't there. Oh, I'm gonna follow this guy because he seems to know where he's going. These guys must just be coming in from, I guess, from the capital. But then how have they built all that when I've only just got here? Like, is some kind of weird time travel stuff going on or something? But yeah, I tried to record from the when the game starts. Let's close that. But my recording software didn't like that. It just kind of paused. So I had to wait until we were at the screen that you saw. This started. So I need to go in here and talk to someone, I believe. Yes, so this is City Hall. It looks like a gatehouse. It doesn't look like Doesn't look like any kind of city hall I've seen before, but let's pop in anyway. Okay, so some medieval music for us. Okay, what we got here? Well, we can't take any of that stuff, so let's just talk to this chap. So he's our advisor. My lord, you finally made it. How was your journey? Not pleasant. We lost Drayden Castle. I wouldn't worry about it. It was just a brick in your empire. Just as long as the capital is safe, your kingdom will be fine. But we're here and not at the capital defending it, so, you know, if it was all about the capital, I'd imagine we should be there. I mean, what's going on with his face? It looks like that's it. It's not, but it looks like that's his tongue. Looks like he's sticking out at me like. And if this was a role play, I'd probably have him executed for his insolence. Where are we? You were in Ellaria. I couldn't find out how the ancients called this place, so we call this place Greenside. So again, there's a mistake in the English. It should be, I couldn't find out what the ancients called this place, so we call this place, so we call it Greenside. Because using how like that is a common mistake for people whose for whom English is their second or third language, or even fourth or fifth. And then as well, when you've already referred to this place, you don't need to mention it again. You can say it, because you've established, you know, we know what it refers back to in the sentence. So, you know, it might seem like being a bit nitpicky, but, you know, I'm sure in terms of the developers, they want the game to be as good as it can be. And, you know, clunky English can put people off of games like this. So hopefully, you know, if there are any developers watching that, you know, hopefully the feedback helps in terms of just polishing the English. And maybe it would be an idea to get someone whose first language is English, and who knows a bit of grammar as well, because some people, their first language is English and the grammar is terrible. But just to have a look at these texts and stuff, just to help clean it up a bit, because it really, you know, everything in the game reflects on the game. So you want it to be as good as it can be, and that's why I'm pointing these things out, is because I'm excited about this game and I want it to be all aspects of it to be as good as it can be. So let's continue on anyway. So who are you? I am Matthias, your advisor and the town's minister. So minister doesn't really, maybe that should be mayor or something like that, because like a minister would have a portfolio, would be like, you know, the minister of defense or something like that. Or if you're a town's minister, it would normally mean that it's got a religious connotation, and like, you know, you're a minister in that sense, in that you're ministering to your flock, which would normally mean like sort of a Protestant type deal. But I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think he's supposed to be the town's mayor. I come from a long line of advisors, and I'm here to see that you'll rebuild your kingdom. So again, the English is a bit off. It should be, I'm here to see that you rebuild your kingdom. So you don't need the apostrophe LL, which is supposed to be you will. It's that you rebuild your kingdom. And then also, it would make more sense if he said, I'm here to see that the kingdom is rebuilt, because as long as the kingdom gets rebuilt, it doesn't really matter whether I do it or someone else do it. Now, in the game, it's going to be me, but still, you know, his motivation should be that the kingdom gets rebuilt. Kingdom, I see nothing but a few houses. All good things come to those who wait and build. We have a lot of tasks to perform, and now that you're here, so that there should be an apostrophe between the you and the your in your. We'll build a strong foothold in Ellaria. Good. How do we do that? When I'm reading up here, I'll have to maybe watch the video back, but when I'm reading up here, I get a sense out of the corner of my eye that sometimes this changes, or maybe it's going away and coming back, but it feels like kind of out of the corner of my eye I see a flicker now and again down here. My father used to say, the greatest empire starts from a single house. You should go and build one so that our town will know who's in charge. Okay, so going to be house building. Let me guess, I'll need a hammer. Oh no, you won't have to actually build it yourself. You are the ruler of Greenside, and your task is to tell your subjects what to build and where to attack. Also, I'd like to, hopefully in the future, I can rename the town, because it would be nice to be able to do that, just because it's supposed to be my empire. All right, I'll get to it. Again, that's a weird thing. This is spelled wrong, by the way. But it's a bit weird for a king to say that to his advisor. It's like he gave me an order, and I'm gonna, okay, I'll go carry it out, sir. So that, again, coming from a king, that sounds a bit weird, talking to his advisor. Let me know when you built the house. There are pressing issues to attend to. So you need a double T there. ATTEND. How do I build a house? Why can't I just tell you, you go sort out building a house, and then everybody knows I'm the boss because you're the mayor and I just told you what to do. To construct buildings or props, press T to enter the strategy menu. Press the construct button. Select the building you'd like to construct. Hover your mouse on the ground until the building is green. Press the left mouse button to place the building foundation. To place the building foundations. Oh, it should be to place the buildings, as in belonging to the building's foundation. You can rotate buildings by pressing Ctrl while moving the mouse. Construction color meanings. Okay. Red is blocked by an obstacle, brown is too far from your town, and green is ready to place. Okay, so let's pop ourselves outside. Again, we've got the weird kind of turning. Let's get outside. So one thing about the game is it's pretty stable. So pretty happy with that, with it being like such an early build of the game. So build. Oh, T, isn't it? To strategic view. Okay. And then we got, so this stuff over here we don't have yet. Kingdom, tech tree, diplomacy, current events. So I'd like something in there as well. Hopefully it's under kingdom, where like the people have like happiness, and we have to maybe put on festivals or maybe tournaments to keep them happy as well. And that, they can, I can't just kind of walk all over everybody and just go, oh yeah, he's the king, that's all right, because that doesn't really happen. People will rebel if you're being too much of a dick as a king. So let's go to here. So we've got a house. I'm looking at, imagine that the house as a starter one is the only one we're going to be able to build. These are probably going to be too expensive. So we then got a tavern. We've got a market. We've got a barracks, and we've got a blacksmith. So it's going to be interesting as well to see how our economy works in terms of how we're going to make money. Do we have to go out and pillage it, or what way is it going to work? So set hold control. There we go. So we can spin the house around. Something I noticed earlier when I was testing out the game was that I could not find a single place. So it said that red was blocked. So there, that's blocked by the cliff. And green is supposed to be where you're supposed to place it. And brown is too far from the town. But I can't tell if this is green or brown, but I think it's green because I'm pretty sure I can place a house here. So let's place a house over there. There we go. So that's going to get built. And that's as far as I've got in the game, and that's probably where I'm going to leave this here as well. So the game's on Steam. It is early access. It's €15 or $20, or wherever your own currency equivalent, wherever country you're in. It is very early access. So in terms of what's in the game at the moment, I would say that it's not worth. If I wouldn't pay that much money for the game as it is, but I'm taking the chance that, and early access is always a chance. I'm taking the chance that the game is going to turn into, what the description says about it, and that we will have that kind of that mix of like third person fighting with then like RTS fighting elements as well, of controlling our army, and then like an overarching world map as well, and with several worlds to, as we go through different portals, to look after as well. So that's why I paid the price that I did for it now, is the chance that that's going to come about. I know that I may have wasted my money, but I obviously keep my fingers crossed and hoping not. So if you are thinking of getting the game, there will be a link then in the description to the Steam page, but be aware it's early access, and that if you buy the game now, there's no guarantee that as it sits now that it's going to get any better than it is today. But I'm sure the developers are going to do everything they can to make sure that it does get better, but just be aware that's it's early access. That's just how things go. But that's the end of this particular episode. As I'm going to have a play around off camera to see if there's more in this build that I want to show you. If not, I'll wait until another build comes and adds some more features to the game, and then I'll make another episode. And then once the game is in a state where there's enough features in the game to do a proper playthrough, and there aren't like kind of version updates happening all the time, which could potentially mean that old saves aren't compatible. Once it kind of is at a stable place where there's plenty of content in the game, then I will probably do a series. And as I said, it's probably going to be an RP series as well, where I'll role play as the king, and by then hopefully we'll be able to customize the king. But let's get out of here and before we go, just have a quick look at this house that I built. So got one guy over here busily building our house. Fair play to you. Put that up in no time. But I'm not sure. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Okay, so he's hitting it with a hammer, and he's hitting it with an axe. What? Why are you hitting the house with an axe? I need to talk then to the mayor and tell him people shouldn't be, like, when the house is built, shouldn't be hitting it with axes. And then, yeah. So maybe that, obviously it's just, the animation to have at the moment for the building, but I like them to be I like the guys to maybe use the right tools for building. I'm sure the axe would be, well, not that axe, because that looked like the kind of axe you'd use in a fight rather than for chopping wood, but I'm sure the axe would have come in handy for getting the wood for the building, but not for the actual trying to secure things to the building. So but that is the end of this particular episode. So if you have enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and maybe posting a comment. You know, if you have the game yourself, let me know what you think. If you're thinking of getting the game, let me know whether this video was useful to you. And I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.